Betsy Bay Community Center in Betsy Bay.
Is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's trending back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS network.
Yo, it's Iman, the one and only, and I want you all to tune into Entertainment Fridays on Access Now every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Who knows? Your favorite Bahamian artist might end up showing their face. But you gotta watch to find out.
The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories.
The clock is ticking on a push to end the twice-yearly time change and what it could mean for the Bahamas. Also, a sigh of relief after a fishing trip turns into a search and a happy ending. And Grand Key Power restoration efforts continue.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
And welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a push in the United States to end the twice-yearly clock change is putting daylight saving time back in the spotlight and renewing the conversation here at home. With the Bahamas also changing its clocks twice a year, questions are being raised about whether the country could eventually move to one standard time year-round. Now, we spoke with the Minister of Foreign Affairs about what such a change could mean for the Bahamas and whether it could become law. The details in this report.
The debate over daylight saving time is back in the spotlight. U.S. President Donald Trump is urging the Senate to advance legislation that would end the twice-yearly clock change and keep daylight saving time in place year-round. The House has already passed the measure, but the Senate has yet to act. Here in the Bahamas, the clocks are set to go back 1 hour on November 1, bringing new attention to whether we should continue changing our clocks. The Bahamas and New York are currently on the same time, and Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, says there are both practical and economic considerations. But for Mitchell, the issue is also personal.
I say to people that the one public policy issue that my mother used to always get involved in is any time the time changed. She would write the Prime Minister and say, why are you changing the time? Because it's interfering with me getting my children to get up to go to school. Every year.
Mitchell says despite those considerations, his personal preference would be to keep the Bahamas on standard time year-round.
I'm in favor of no daylight saving time, just keeping the time at Eastern Standard Time.
But that could have implications for the country's close ties to the U.S., particularly tourism and air travel.
Our decision on daylight saving time is an issue, well, certainly it has to come before the cabinet, but the tourism people say that the problem is that it's more convenient for the airline schedules for us to be consonant with the time in New York. So I imagine if it comes to that, the government will have to decide and take into account all of those factors again.
But what do Bahamians think? We asked residents whether the country should continue changing its clocks or stay on one time year-round.
I think daylight saving time would be a better time for us. It'd conserve a lot of energy. You know, you don't want to be turning your lights on that early and get more daylight to do more things.
For Grand Bahama resident Clifford Bowe, the issue is not about staying in step with the United States. He says the clock change is simply a matter of choice.
I think back in the day, it was a work issue where people would get up early to meet the sunrise, so they plant their crops and they do things early. But nowadays, we have lights. We have so much ways that we are still able to work after hours if we want to. So it doesn't matter to me. I would say just kill it. Let's keep the same time.
Meantime, another U.S. policy change is drawing attention across the region. More than 160 Haitian nationals were reportedly deported from the U.S. to Haiti Thursday aboard an ICE charter flight, the first since the Trump administration terminated temporary protected status for more than 300,000 Haitians living in the United States. U.S. officials say those flights will now increase to twice a week, returning about 250 Haitians each week. The policy change has raised questions about whether some Haitians could look to other countries in the region, including the Bahamas. But Foreign Affairs and Immigration Minister Fred Mitchell says he does not expect the changes to have any significant impact here at home.
I don't anticipate that it'll affect the country at all. Only Bahamian citizens are allowed back in the country, and that's a foreign policy decision of the U.S., and so that is as far as we can comment on it. But I don't see any impact on us at all.
Now to Bimini, where there is good news for the families of 5 men reported missing at sea. According to police reports, the men went missing after leaving Porgy Bay, Bimini on a fishing trip Thursday morning. The men were found off Great Isaac, approximately 5 to 6 nautical miles north of Bimini, shortly after 8 a.m. Friday. Reports indicate that local Biminites launched their own patrol efforts, while assistance was also provided by a plane traveling toward Florida and the Bahamas Air Sea Rescue Association. Preliminary information suggests the vessel encountered fuel-related problems while at sea. Police say all men were safely transported back to Bimini and appear to be in good health. Meantime, police in Bimini conducted Operation Bahamas Air Sea Northern Spare, carrying out a number of road checks and executing several search warrants that resulted in the arrest of 2 males for drug-related offenses on Thursday, August 20th, 2026. Preliminary reports indicate that officers executed a search warrant at a residence of Bailey Town. During the search, officers discovered a backpack containing 116 suspected oxycodone pills. A further search of the residence also resulted in the discovery of a small quantity of suspected marijuana. Subsequently, 2 males aged 25 and 36 were arrested in connection with the discovery. The 116 suspected oxycodone pills have an estimated street value of $2,300. This matter remains under active police investigations. Well, power restoration efforts continue for residents of Grand Key after weeks without electricity. Following multiple attempts to restore generation, the latest update from the Bahamas Power and Light is offering some hope that relief could soon be on the way. Our Sherelle Dames has the details.
For more than 3 weeks, residents of Grand Key have been living without electricity. There was hope power would be restored by Wednesday, but that deadline has now passed. BPL Representative Marvin Green says preparations for a replacement generation unit, including testing and transportation, have delayed its projected installation.
We cannot obviously take the unit unless it has been tested and proven to be working. And so the barge is on standby, waiting for them to conclude the test, which should take about 5 hours or so, 5 to 6 hours. Once that test concludes, the unit will be shipped into Walker's Key.
But after weeks in the dark, news that the replacement unit is still being tested offers little comfort to some residents. Local fisherman Craig Cephas says the prolonged outage has taken a toll on the community. At this point, he says living without a consistent power supply has become, in his view, inhumane.
For how long it's been, I think they could have done better.
Craig Cephas.
The generator that's running my mom's house and their hotel, due to the generator isn't big enough to supply all the rooms at AC and electrical stove and everything else running. They can't run the whole business. They have to call people this week and cancel people, and I need to run the generator at night because it's spending $90 a day on fuel.
And once power is restored, another question remains. What happens next? With new generation units expected for Grand Key, I asked Green whether that investment will provide a long-term solution to the island's power challenges or whether deeper issues with the system still need to be addressed.
But when we put in a substitute unit, it is our expectation, especially if we get a rental, that the service provider will give us something that can perform at high levels. We cannot predict that they will not go down. I mean, that's just not something we can do. But we are confident. You know, even the unit that we sent there from Moores Island, the unit has been working in Moores Island, you know, for months and months and months. A very strong unit, and something happened. So these things are not always predictable.
Now, officials say once testing on the unit is successfully completed, it will be transported for installation. This is a story we will continue to follow. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Switching gears now, the string of sexual assault cases reported in the nation's capital is raising concerns across the country about the safety of women. But the reports are also fueling a wider conversation about attitudes towards women's clothing, male behavior, and where responsibility lies. Our Yolanda Thompson-Everest has more details in this report.
3 sexual assault cases have been reported in the nation's capital in less than a week, all involving female complainants who allege they were sexually assaulted by men. Based on selected details outlined in the police reports, the first case was reported on August 14th when an 18-year-old woman alleged she was sexually assaulted after accepting a ride from a man and losing consciousness. A second case was reported on August 17th involving a 17-year-old girl who was allegedly taken to a residence by an unknown man and sexually assaulted against her will. The latest case was reported on August 19th when a woman alleged that a man known to her made unwanted sexual advances and sexually assaulted her. The reports have since reignited public discussion about women's safety, clothing, personal boundaries, and accountability. Image consultant Baronet Thompson is weighing in on the dress code debate, saying the conversation must also include personal boundaries, respect, and accountability.
Whether a woman is modestly dressed or she's dressed as if she wants to have that craving attention, what she cares for, has nothing to do whether if a man is going to rape her or not. That's up to that individual and that man to understand his integrity as a man and understanding his role as a man.
Thomas says she is not suggesting that temptation does not exist. However, she emphasizes that rape or sexual assault is never justified, regardless of what a woman wears. She does acknowledge, however, that dressing appropriately for different venues and settings is an important consideration.
We have to be really careful on how we present ourselves out there, especially if we want the right attraction.
Recording gospel artist Narado Scott, better known as Mighty Mouth, agrees with Thomas that a woman's choice of dress is her personal preference. Scott says that while in certain settings, a woman may give off a particular energy that some men may respond to, but it is still ultimately up to the man's responsibility to exercise self-control.
Whatever energy a woman feels, that's what a man can grab a hold on to, and that's what they can run with. But for the males must have the consciousness to say, yo, let me ask these string of questions before I do what I do, and then you do the wrong thing, what you think was the right thing, and then you end up someplace else.
Certified rape advocate Cindy Cadet says a woman can be fully clothed and still be subjected to sexual harassment.
You can literally walk down the street anywhere, running errands, any given day, and you will most likely be met with a very crass, very disrespectful statement about your body, about what a man wishes he can do to you sexually. And so it has so much to do with not respecting the personhood and the bodily autonomy of women.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest.
And still to come.
After weeks without a home, a mother of 5 gets a fresh start. We'll have the details of that story, sports, and more when we return.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Good news to report tonight for a mother of 5 who just weeks ago was facing homelessness after being evicted from the place she had called home for 6 months. We first shared Erica Honorat's story as she and her 5 children moved from place to place, uncertain of where they would stay next. Since then, social services and members of the community have stepped in to help. Tonight, Honorat and her children are settled, comfortable, and after weeks of uncertainty, can finally say they have a place to call home. Shelia Roll has that report.
It's home sweet home for a mother of 5 who just weeks ago found herself without a permanent place to live. Erica Honorat and her 5 children were left practically homeless after being evicted from their home. Since then, Honorat says she has been moving her family from hotel to hotel, trying to keep a roof over their heads while searching for somewhere they could finally call home. But this week, that search came to an end.
Do a backflip. I would have done a backflip, but I can't do a backflip. So I am very grateful. First and foremost, let me just extend how grateful I am to be able to have this opportunity to be in a home, not just any home, but a home that also caters to the needs of myself, my children, and my business.
Following the airing of her story, Honorat says she was offered assistance through social services. However, she says her circumstances at the time made it difficult for her to work and get back on her feet. But she says that support did not stop there. Honorat says she has been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love from people throughout the community who reach out to help her and her children during one of the most difficult times.
I can say thank you to that are anonymous. I don't even know who they are. They saw my number. They contacted me by their number. They didn't introduce themselves. All they asked was, hey, how can we assist? And that was left right there. So I had persons who donated beds. I had persons who donated clothes, things for the kitchen, linens who just was able to come forward, not just persons, but for the most part, strangers.
And for her children, the change is already being felt. Honorat says they love their new home.
They love the freedom of the rooms. They love the colors. It's very child-friendly. And one thing I always say, any place I may have rented prior to, and I like this place even more so now, it's not about me and my comfort. Once they're happy and they're comfortable, I'm happy.
After weeks of uncertainty, Honorat says she is simply grateful for a home, for a community that stepped in to help, and for the opportunity to give her family a new beginning. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Before For the second consecutive year, the Learn to Prosper entrepreneurial organization is emerging from the digital walls and interacting hands-on with the youth of Grand Bahama. In partnership with the Port Authority and GB Chamber of Commerce, they plan on exposing students to the business world and what it means to become an entrepreneur.
Learn to Prosper is an app. It allows high school students, typically ages 11 to 18, they're able to join the app and dive into courses that aren't taught in traditional schools. And so that's where we come in. We fill that gap to make sure that they have someone to speak to, they have someone to pour into them, and at least connect them with the individuals that will push them a little further to start their business.
As they assist campers in developing the skills they learned in the app, camp executives share their excitement as they've already seen positive results and reactions from those that previously participated in the camp.
One of the students, the campers from last year, what they learned last year, they were able to apply it to a grant pitch competition with the Tourism Development Corporation had in Nassau, and that student walked away with $5,000.
Success is if one student walks out of this room and puts the knowledge that they learned from this camp into action. That can be starting a business, starting their own organization, or even just using AI properly.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Angel Russell, and from all of us here in the North, we wish you a very happy birthday, and we hope you are enjoying your day. And that is a look at stories making news. Matthew, what's happening in sport?
Well, we already highlighted some constituency hoops early in the week. We got another round of that coming up, and also another Grand Bahamian is showing out on the baseball diamond.
I bet. Well, thanks, Matthew. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies. Nobody does it better. It's your
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
The excitement is back, and the brightest young minds are ready to compete. Mary Star, Tabernacle, Bishop Michael Eldon, St. George's, Jack Hayward, Seventh-day Adventist Academy, Sunland, and 8 Mile Rock. The region's top students will battle in science, mathematics, biology, chemistry, and physics. It's more than a competition. It's determination, teamwork, school pride, and academic excellence. Just in time for back to school, experience the excitement of the Battle of the Brains, where tomorrow's leaders compete today. Powered by Grand Bahama Power.
It's the day we all been looking forward to all week, Friday. And this is your TGIF edition of the ZNS Total Sports Cave. I'm Matthew Martinborough. Tipping off tonight, communities across central Grand Bahama are vying this entire week for the rights to claim they have the best hoopers in the constituency. Area's MP Fraser Gibson says the tournament hopes to promote great gains and a closer neighborhood.
It's been several years since we've had any basketball tournaments where we bring the neighboring settlements together, inclusive of Sunrise Subdivision and Wellington Penn Heights. And so they're here joining together. So we'll be here for the entire week, and championship will be at St. George's High School Gym on Saturday.
You may find him wherever there's basketball around. Local veteran player Trevor Bain says players like himself are grateful to see similar initiatives being organized.
Well, I love playing and stuff like this, to give back to the community. I love when the MP is giving back to the community, bringing all the guys together and stuff like that. So I can always be a part of stuff like that.
Kicking over to the soccer pitch, Team Bahamas' winning ways in the Caribbean Football Union's Under-14 Challenge Series has come to an abrupt halt on Wednesday. Against their Group C rivals Guyana, the Bahamas fell short in the match. The score? 1-0. The Bahamas now sit in second place within Group C behind Guyana with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. And swinging over to the Diamond, Chavez Young and the Quebec Capitals continue to steamroll through the Frontier League. The North Division leading and potential league title favorite Capitals are currently on a 4-game win streak following their 4-2 win in Thursday night's contest against the Sussex County Miners. The All-Star center fielder Young went 1 for 2 at the plate, mashing a double and drawing 2 walks. And with that, your evening sports final whistle blows, but your local forecast is next. I'm Matthew Martinborough, and I will see you on the sideline.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
This is where it happens. Those moments that impact our lives. Giving you the information that you need this hurricane season. Wherever there is news, we're there.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Use a bin to put it in.
Let's keep it clean.
Yeah. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Your number 1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's trending back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS network.
The Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints, proudly presented by Coca-Cola, every Wednesday at 6 p.m., only on What's Trending.
On our broadcast this Friday, downtown tonight is in darkness. Hours-long power outages hostage the city center. Business brought to a halt. The impact is far-reaching. ZNS also taking a hit. Our services disrupted today. A generator used during these outages overheating, forcing an immediate evacuation of our Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive facilities. And at the courts today, a trio stood charged for the murder of a missing woman. The Bahamas Tonight starts now. Good evening. We are in abbreviated form this evening, and we thank you for being with us. I'm Corvell Pyfrom. The power is still out on Bay Street tonight, and it is not sitting well with businesses in the area. A faulty underground cable extending from its East Hill Street substation is what Bahamas Power and Light Company is blaming the outage on. According to its WhatsApp channel, BPL technicians are still trying to locate that underground cable, which continues to impact power supply to the downtown and Shirley Street areas since Wednesday afternoon. In fact, BPL had to schedule rotational power supply to offset the long power outage. Electricity was turned off in the nearby Fort Charlotte area to accommodate the blackout downtown, and vice versa. BPL apologizes for the inconvenience caused and appeals for patience as teams work to restore power supply. Well, as you can imagine, the now 3-day power outage at one of the capital's premier business hubs isn't sitting well with owners, workers, and even customers. Some of them venting their concerns to our West's Calix Forbes.
With 4 cruise ships docked at the Nassau Cruise Port Friday, bringing in thousands of visitors to the capital, Bay Street businesses say they're still losing a lot of business from the ongoing power outages.
We get money from the ships, but it's not looking too good for us right now because, like I said, the people are scared to come inside the shop because there's no electricity. They scared to shop in the dark. Imagine spending thousands of dollars in the dark. Someone tell you something for $10,000. They have to write it up. You can't even get a printout receipt. You have to write it up, written. You have to trust the person. Say, you know what? I'm gonna send it to you later. Send the invoice to you later. Send the receipt to you later. People don't trust that, and I wouldn't trust that either.
And the potential cruise passenger base was significant. Allure of the Sea can carry approximately 5,000 passengers, while Harmony of the Sea can accommodate another 5,000. Add that to more than 4,000 passengers aboard Disney Destiny and MSG Seahorse, putting more than 19,000 cruise passengers in New Providence from just those 4 ships. It is the frequent business Bay Street needs to survive.
We don't have more walkouts because they ain't gonna shop in that dark, and we can't serve them because we actually everything working with current. We can't serve them. So it's just like it is ridiculous. I tired, but it's no light. You think any customer go shop, they go walk out because now with this heat, everybody's sweating. Like it is ridiculous. We getting tired with that.
And with the new school year starting in a matter of days, these Bay Street workers are more often concerned about their personal bottom line.
Business have to make. You have bills to pay. You have kids to feed, especially now school open.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Well, Wes, where is the impact not being felt? The ongoing power problems in downtown Nassau knocking the ZNS network off the air earlier today. The Broadcasting Corporation revealing in a release that the prolonged outages forced its facilities to operate on generator power for more than 48 hours. Although commercial electricity was restored Thursday evening, another outage Friday morning forced the corporation back on generator power. Shortly afterward, fumes were detected inside the ZNS building, triggering an immediate evacuation of employees. A preliminary assessment indicates the generator overheated, causing a pipe to burst and release fumes. The corporation apologizes for the disruption, and updates will be provided as the situation develops. Meantime, operations are back to normal at Lynden Pinling International Airport after a suspected gas odor forced the temporary evacuation of the U.S. departures terminal this morning. Nassau Airport Development Company officials verified the odor was reported near the airline corridor in Terminal C shortly before 11 this morning. Airport fire, maintenance, and safety teams responded, and the fire marshal ordered the terminal evacuated as a precaution while the source was investigated. NATO officials confirmed the source was subsequently identified and isolated with no further threat to passengers, employees, or airport operations. The all clear was given about 47 minutes later, and passengers began returning around noon. However, the evacuation resulted in long queues and possible outbound flight delays as airlines work to process passengers. Travelers are being advised to contact their airlines directly for the latest flight information. Several individuals arraigned in the magistrate's court today on a number of serious charges. We get that story tonight from our Leah Cooper.
2 men and 1 woman stood before Acting Chief Magistrate Ansela Evans, charged with the murder of 34-year-old Katrina Kelly, a mother who had been missing since last week Tuesday. 31-year-old Rico Hepburn and 34-year-old Denzel Delancey of current Eleuthera and 43-year-old Jaquita Cash of Lower Bogue were charged with 1 count of murder. The particulars are that the trio on Tuesday, August 11th, while in Eleuthera, did intentionally cause the death of Katrina Kelly. They're also charged with 1 count of damage of property. It's alleged that the following day, Wednesday, August 12th, the 3 then damaged a 2013 Nissan Cube valued at $7,000, which was the property of Katrina Kelly. Due to the nature of the charges, they were not required to enter a plea. They do, however, have the right to apply at the Supreme Court for bail. They were remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services until February 4th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment. They were represented by attorney Benjamin McKinney. In other news from the court, a man was also charged in connection with the death of a 10-month-old baby. 35-year-old Paul Thompson also stood before Acting Chief Magistrate Ansela Evans, charged with exposing a child to grievous harm. The particulars are that on Friday, August 14th, while in Providence, Thompson willfully exposed the infant to grievous harm. He pleaded not guilty and elected to have the matter heard in the magistrate's court. Bail was set for $9,500 with 1 or 2 suretors. The matter was adjourned to the 9th and 10th of November for trial. He was represented by Dr. Kelsey Monroe. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
And tonight, Leah, police are investigating the death of a 48-year-old Cuban man who died aboard an inbound flight from London on Thursday. According to preliminary reports, the passenger suffered a medical emergency during the flight and subsequently became unresponsive. When the aircraft arrived here in the Bahamas, emergency medical personnel responded and continued efforts to resuscitate the man. However, despite those efforts, he remained unresponsive and was found to have no signs of life. Police say foul play is not suspected at this time. An autopsy will be conducted to determine the exact cause of death as the investigation continues. Police also investigating tonight another homicide. The only details we can provide you at this point is that a man was reportedly shot and succumbed to his injuries at the intersection of Blue Hill and Soldier Roads. We'll continue to follow this story and have more for you as we learn it. Well, stay with us. There's much more news to get to here on this Friday evening. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight. We'll be right back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
It starts with the school bill. Then comes the running, the noise, the mess, the whole crew coming over. It's the beautiful chaos of after school. But when hunger becomes one more thing to handle, you got this. Grab the KFC Back to School bucket. Get a free KFC fan while supplies last and scan your receipt for your chance to win a fully loaded KFC backpack. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Back into school.
This hurricane season, don't wait until a storm is on the way. The time to protect your most valuable assets is today. Talk to us before it's too late. Don't wait till devastation is at your door. We can help you protect your home from all kinds of perils, including hurricanes. In the event a storm is traveling, new policies cannot be issued until after the storm has passed. We're here to help you weather the storm with peace of mind.
1, 2, 3, what you gonna choose? Strawberry swirl, caramel too. Cookie dough bite, brownie swirl dream. Oreo crunch, make the whole team scream. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Swirl it, twist it, taste that wave. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Cinnamon toast on a cool vanilla. Chocolate base and the flavor gets bigger. Sweet on sweet, yeah, that's the fun. Better get one, better run, run, run. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
From your first heartbeat.
Thank you, and the little guy's all set.
We've been here for you, by your side.
She's good.
Through every challenge, every milestone.
6 miles, hold it.
The house will be yours someday. Every triumph.
Maybe hers.
Covering, protecting, securing.
The insurance covered everything?
Here since 1899. Always here. Kalina, caring for you.
Baked sandwich.
I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese. I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was it like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Back into school.
Is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's trending back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS network.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Health is the greatest gift. That's
That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Adidas Mall at Marathon. Adidas, you got this.
Well, welcome back to the broadcast. You're looking at a drone shot of Margaritaville Beach Resort. Located in the heart of downtown Nassau, the resort was recently named one of the top 5 hotels to welcome 2026. That shot filmed by our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Some of the news here this Friday evening. One day after the acting road traffic controller responded to the taxi and livery driver impasse, stating that under the Road Traffic Act, deliberately interrupting the free flow of traffic or leaving a vehicle in a position that causes an obstruction is an offense. And those involved could face police intervention, prosecution, and other penalties provided by law. Taxi Cab Union President Tyrone Butler is fighting back and is imploring his members not to be intimidated.
Taxi cab drivers, please stand with your union. We will never lead you down a path that would be detriment to your livelihood. The Bahamas Taxi Cab Union will be informing you very soon on our next course of action. We are not meeting with illegal operators. We will meet with whoever and discuss with whoever anything to resolve our issue. But one thing we will not do is meet with illegal operators who want us to make them legitimate.
Well, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources says it is taking firm steps to tackle the growing problem of stray dogs and dog attacks across the country. Minister the Honorable Jomo Campbell made the revelation earlier this week following a string of reported attacks, including the latest involving a 9-year-old tourist on Bimini. Minister Campbell stopped short of revealing that what the ministry's full plan is, but says the government is moving to address what has become a serious public safety concern. And with more reports of aggressive and stray dogs surfacing, the minister says action is coming as early as next week.
What we're going to present to the public is our combined response, and it actually has teeth. I'm so tempted. It actually has teeth. So we'll be taking steps to be able to actually hold persons physically accountable for their mishandling of pets that causes this plague of stray dog attacks in the country.
Well, for 5 local entrepreneurs, scaling their business models for an active economy has become more of a reality following their successful run in the Small Business Development Center's Blue Economy Accelerator pitch competition. Here's the SBDC's Director of External Relations, Richard Ritchie.
It was so important for us to do this because we're merging that aspect of blue economy businesses, trying to build sustainable businesses, protect our oceans and our coral reefs. We cannot build businesses that do not protect the same resource that caused those businesses to exist and to thrive. And so it is very important that we help businesses develop concepts that actually preserve our oceans and preserve our natural resources.
Well, after a long deliberation by the judges, 5 winners announced, including Charles Johnson of Island Bay Fly, Ashton Simonet of Mangrove Escape Adventure, Alex Pearson of Bahama Mineral Company, Allison and Dino Longley, and Melissa Cartwright.
Nassau being heavy with tourism traffic, we have a limited amount of fly fishing guides in New Providence. So 3 years ago, I got certified and I operate one of the 3 charters that exist in Nassau. And this is what it's all about. So I'm going to be the first reef positive charter in the country.
We already have the main equipment we need, the electric kayaks. So what this will do is this will allow us to get the extra supplies and business complement items we need to complement the business, such as insurance, liability, website, etc.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good. Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
The Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints, proudly presented by Coca-Cola, every Wednesday at 6 p.m., only on What's Trending.
Every one of us has something worth passing on. Knowledge isn't meant to stay with us. It's meant to be shared. You may never have imagined yourself standing in the front of a classroom, but your experience, your patience, your encouragement could become the reason a young Bahamian discovers what's possible. In just a few weeks, these classrooms will come alive again. Join us.
Is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's Trending, back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Bahamas, we are all different. Different backgrounds, different experiences, different perspectives.
But when it comes to saving lives on our roads, there's something we can all agree on.
Road safety isn't political.
It's personal.
Every life lost is someone's child, someone's parent, someone's friend.
And every one of us has a role to play in preventing the next tragedy.
Slow down.
Stay focused.
Put the phone away.
Never drink and drive.
Let's look out for one another and make it home safely.
Because one life lost on our road is one too many. One life too many.
The Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints proudly presented by Coca-Cola every Wednesday at 6 p.m. only on What's Trending.
I ain't gonna lie, my outfits was popping last night.
I ain't gonna lie, man, I was fresh last night.
I was so fresh.
That music was busting last night, boy.
Play the party was live and the drinks was drinking.
Last night was a movie. We had a time last night, bro.
Last night was lit.
But none of that matters
if somebody doesn't make it home. Drive safe like you have somebody waiting at home for you. Because the party's only fun if everyone makes it home.
I'm Leon Lundy, Minister of Transport, and I approve this message.
And it is time now for a look at tonight's weather forecast. For that, we say good evening to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Carmel. We are looking at some fireworks over parts of the northwest and central Bahamas, and that's courtesy of that lingering trough over the northwest Bahamas. As you can see on the radar, we're having some thunderstorms passing over North Cat Island. Also, Eleutheris in the mix. Andros is taking a beating as well, and also the Abacos and Grand Bahama, they are experiencing some heavy showers and thunderstorms as we speak. And in the tropics, we are monitoring this strong tropical wave several hundred miles to the east of the West Antilles. It's moving towards the west, and it could become the next named storm. But as it approaches the Leeward Islands later on, it's going to encounter some strong upper-level wind shear, which will weaken it a bit. But looking at the computer models, it also suggests that once it approaches the Bahamas sometime next week, it's going to take a turn towards the north, and that is when conditions could become a bit more favorable for some development. So we'll keep our eyes on that system very, very closely. Boating forecast tonight through Sunday in the northwestern islands. The winds are going to be primarily out of the south at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide takes place at 10:14 tonight, with another low tide at 10:01 tomorrow morning. And for the central islands, southeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And in the southeastern islands, the winds are going to be east to southeast 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights also at 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
My work is on the water. Free diving, throw no liners. How I survive. Listen, from Foggy to Yellowtail, from Jackfish to Killer Whale, I jump in.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But back to the tropics, that tropical wave approaching the Leeward Islands, but it's still quite a distance away, but we'll keep our eyes on it because there is the potential for some development of that system. And then closer to home, we have that low-level troughing across the northwest Bahamas, and that continues to support pockets of showers and thunderstorms, some of which are locally heavy at times. And temperatures around the islands, Marshall, Abaco at 80 degrees, 86 in Green Turtle Key, 81 in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 89, Allenstown, Bimini at 84 degrees, 84 also in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 87, a warm 90 degrees in Otterstown, Cat Island. Black Point, Exuma, 85, Camp Space, Orlando's also at 85. Fresh Creek, Central Orlando's, where they're experiencing some rain showers there. Have a temperature of 81 degrees. 86 in Georgetown, Exuma, and then we pick up some 90s again in Rum Key and also in San Salvador 86 in Ragged Island, Clarence Long Island, and Crooked Island, with Betsy Bay, McGuana, and Acklands reporting 89. 77 in Matthew, Tiny, Nagua, and Destruction of Caicos Islands, the upper temperature of 89 degrees. And your forecast tonight, partly cloudy, very warm with a thunderstorm in spots late, with your low temperature falling off to 83 degrees. And tomorrow, you're looking at periods of clouds and sunshine with a couple of thunderstorms still lurking around. And there are high temperature tomorrow. We're looking at about 91 degrees. Extended weather forecast unfolding like this. Those showers and thunderstorms will be in the mix right through Sunday, but conditions improve a bit as we head into the early part of next week with lots of sunshine. But another tropical wave will make its way into the northwest Bahamas. As a result, we will see an increase in clouds middle of the week with scattered showers and thunderstorms returning to the forecast area. Carvel.
Basil, it's been quite a day for us here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. We are working to restore our services fully operational, and as we do, we thank you for standing with us. That's our broadcast here this Friday evening. I'm Corvell Pyfrom for Basil Dean and all of us. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful evening.
Hi. How are you?
Pleasure.
I'm Melissa.
Melissa, my name is Ranbert Baltimore.
So, Ranbert, what are we going to do today?
Today we're going to have fun. Caricatures, drawing, and drinking.
I'm drawing along. Ooh, you said the magic word. So I'm drawing along with you.
Yeah.
And this, it's art and entertainment. And welcome to an all-new season of A&E Showcase. I'm Melissa. Now, this season promises to be an exciting one. We have new artists and creatives showing off their creations. We have more entertainment as we introduce you to some more of our recording artists and musicians. And of course, we cannot forget the fashion arts and its designers, the culinary arts and the chefs. So you won't want to miss a single episode. Now, coming up in this episode of A&E Showcase, as you saw from the beginning of the show, I went to visit caricature artist Ranbert Mortimer II, and we had a good talk about caricatures. Also, I had a very lively and fun conversation with the Essence Band. And then I went and got a sneak peek at some artwork by artist Navarro Newton. We talked for a bit, and we even got a chance to belt out a tune. See what I told you? This new season of A&E Showcase is already off to an awesome start. And it all begins right after this.
Is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's trending back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS network.
Welcome back. Ranbert Mortimer II is an artist, and art is how he expresses himself. But he is mostly known for Wayne heads, his whimsical caricatures done at weddings, parties, and other celebrations. Now, when I first ran into Ranbert a few years back, he was drawing caricatures at the airport. And so we were trying to decide between Moses parting the Red Sea or Adam and Eve in the garden. Nonetheless, he drew apples in my hair, right? I still love my caricature. Now, recently, I got another opportunity to catch up with Ranbert again, and this time we had the opportunity to sit and talk. And he told me about his journey in the world of caricatures, and of course, While we talked, he drew another caricature of me. Hey, Sister Brooks, the job. So when I arrived at Premier Crew on Gladstone Road, Ranbert was graciously awaiting me. After introductions, he grabbed 2 wine glasses and a bottle of wine, and we made our way to his work loft. Ah, perks of the job. To get the conversation started, I wanted to know what exactly is a caricature?
So the thing about the art form of caricature is it's my expression of what I'm seeing. And a lot of people think of it as a portrait, right? So I'm just gonna draw a portrait of you, and portrait photorealism is more exact. Caricatures aren't just about likeness, which is portrait. It's about exaggeration, and then the true beauty, you know, is you get to feel people, their spirit, their soul, their being. You get to make them laugh and change their emotions in 5 to 10 minutes. So foundationally on this drawing right here, this is my style, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna soften that, and I'm actually gonna exaggerate. I'm gonna give you a real caricature, which Bahamians don't like. However, that's your business. You're getting it today. And
can you at least like give me a Michael Jackson nose? Give me a Michael Jackson nose.
Let me be myself, Mom. I don't need you to restrict my creativity.
Yes.
Your eyes could be big and puffy, your nose big, your hair looking like the beach. Let's do that.
Ranbert Mortimer II is a creative